Welcome back to Moto Photo Adventures, everybody. If you haven't seen it already, I highly recommend that you check out our previous video of the Rabaconda street bike tire changer. That shows you how we did the complete install, how to put it together, and a whole lot of detail about this amazing invention by Jakob and Tony that has really made the lives of a lot of us motorcyclists a whole lot easier. Today, we are going to actually show you how to change a tire. And I will tell you that we both have these tires that have the rims with the outer spokes. So reverse spoked rims. And for that, you do need a special duck head. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and look at the previous video again. So when you get your kit, you'll make sure you order the duck head that goes with this particular tire. I have a Touareg 660, Jason has a Norden 901, and any of the adventure bikes with the reverse spoked rims will need this special attachment, which we've already changed out, and that's the only work that I've done up until this point. I simply removed the tire from my bike and I've placed it on the Rabaconda at this point. Everything is situated and ready to go, and I've deflated the tire. So now we're ready to change the actual tire. First step is going to just release this latch in the back and raise or lower your control arm to make sure that it's fitted properly to the width of your wheel. And then you're going to just go around and try and break the bead.
Let's sit outside and take a motorcycle ride across the beautiful countryside.
There it goes. There it goes. And as you're probably able to tell, the leverage that this control arm provides makes this so I'm actually using very little effort.
Life is simple when you're at the beach. Who could disagree with that? But sometimes on a motorcycle, life can get really complicated really quickly. When you find that that happens and you're in an accident, no fault of your own, give scmotolawyer.com a try. Rick Stewart, he's our sponsor at Moto Photo Adventures because he's a motorcycle rider just like us. So when things get complicated, make sure 855-GET-MOTO. That's Rick Stewart, scmotolawyer.com, when life is a beach.
Once you've got the bead broken all the way around, we're just going to remove the wheel, flip it around, and do the same on the other side. There it goes. Pop. Next, I'm going to go ahead and secure the wheel on here. Because these are spoked wheels, I'm going to use the strap. It does come with a pole as well that you can use if you have cast wheels, but because I'm working with spoked wheels, you don't want to stick a pole in here and have one of your spokes get damaged. So just wrap this around a couple of your spokes in the back and cinch it up tight. And we're going to take some of our bead grease here, lubricate the entire circumference of this wheel. And I will mention to you guys that I did wash the wheel before we did this. I took the bike in, got it a little bit washed, and checked the rim to make sure there weren't any burrs or any issues with the rim itself that would damage my Rabaconda duck head. And if you've been wondering what a duck head is, this little piece on the tip here, this is called a duck head because it kind of looks like a duck head. Once you get this slipped on, you want to make sure it's the right circumference. This is the front wheel, which is a 21-inch. So that's about where that's going to be. And I'll rotate it to the bottom because that's where it's actually going to be inserted. And you want to slide it in, tighten it up so it's nice and tight right up against your rim. I will back up and mention that it does come with a couple of different spacers. So if you make sure you get the right spacer for your wheel size, for the diameter of your axle, that way everything is lined up properly when you're doing this. With everything in place, I'm going to take the tire spoon that is supplied with the unit, and I'm going to use the bead breaker to just sort of gently pry and get the tire down into the drop center. And then I'm going to use the tire iron to lift the tire over the duck head at the base. All right. Now once you've got the tire lever pulling the tire over the head of the duck head, just press the tire lever back into this little groove right here that's specifically designed for that. Next, you're going to rotate your control handle here and pull it out. Bring this up to 11 o'clock. That's going to give you a good bit of leverage. You can press your right foot on the base to keep it steady and slowly start to spin. Now while you're doing this, keep a hand on the tire iron, because at some point that's going to start to come over the lip there, and this tire iron is going to drop out right there. So you can take the tire iron out, and from there it's a piece of cake. Getting it started is the hardest part. The first lip is already done. Now I'm just going to pull the tire forward, make sure it's in the drop center again, and remove the back lip. Piece of cake, guys. Old tire is already off. Now that was the factory tire that came off, Scorpion, Pirelli Scorpion tires. So I got about 8,500 miles, riding about 50-50 on-road and off-road. If you haven't seen it yet, we did our entire Nova Scotia trip on those tires. But because I ride quite a bit off-road, I'm going with something a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more knobby. These are the Motos or Moto Z. I don't know how you pronounce that. Leave me a comment. I've never figured that out. Tractionator Ralls for the front, R-A-L-L-Z. And the first thing you want to do, of course, is check the direction arrow up there. Bike is going to be going this way. Got my ABS sensor on the right side, so that is correct. This is the direction we want to mount the tire. And then the next thing you want to do is look for the red or yellow dot. So here's our dot, and that is the lightest portion of the tire when it was molded. So we want that to be up near the valve stem. So that's going to go up here at the top. Just like with removing the tire, we want to make sure we're using some good grease, both sides. Makes your life a whole lot easier and helps prevent any potential damage. All right, let's get our duck head back in place. Make it nice and snug right on the rim. You want that about your 12 o'clock position. And then if you'll start from the right-hand side, just make sure that this gets over the duck head halfway, and then get the right-hand side in place. And then you can just sort of push it on from there. And this first rim will go on pretty easily. Piece of cake. I just brought it back up to the top for stage 2. The second wall of the tire, use same thing. Basically, we're just going to get this started on the duck head again. Halfway on. You want it kind of at this angle because that's how it does its work. Get our control arm back. For this second round, it's going to get a little tight at the end. So I'm going to use these drop center tools. Moto Z or Moto's tires are notoriously known for being pretty stiff, but if you keep the backside of the tire in that drop center, it shouldn't be too bad. This is the beauty of the Rabaconda, is it makes light work of what used to be a really difficult task. Imagine doing that with tire spoons. Now all I have to do is untie the strap down here. And that's pretty much about it. At this point, all I have to do is fill the tire with air and I'm back out riding. But there's one little extra step that we forgot to mention. You guessed it, you have to balance the tire. Now that doesn't take very long if you have a really cool product like Rabaconda's brand new tire balancer. Stick around for the next video and we'll show you that product. Hit the like and subscribe button, you guys. Give us some love. Share this video with all your friends and family. And make sure you check out the rest of our episodes. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next video.
Moto photo adventure.